Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So it is just about to be cycle 525. I have been ever so slowly expanding out our bunker tiles. I am almost to the spot where I want to put our little launch chamber, so that is good. Um, I'll of course continue doing that as I get more steel, which I've decided, go all the way down here, that I want to try to get to some of more of this fossil. So if I can build a tile there to keep this oil from getting out, I should be able to drop a ladder down, dig out a large chunk of this, which should speed up our steel process a considerable amount. I'm still not going to be able to access too awful much, though. I mean, I'm looking around here. Maybe I can get down to this, but there's just not a lot of it around, or at least not in the large pockets like this diamond, for example. If there were some large pockets like that, I'd be having a much better time of it. There is a ridiculous amount of steel required for, like, the rockets and stuff, and it's gonna be a while before I get there. I'm probably gonna have to do another major, like, time skip and hope that nothing goes wrong. How did chlorine get there? Anyway, uh, but I should be able to, eventually fuel up with fuel, but I cannot make this telescope produce databanks. I don't know how. I haven't been able to get it. It even got to the point, like before it broke, that when open, this is still telling me I couldn't research some of the things. Like, it wasn't saying I couldn't. It was saying I didn't have one selected when I did have one selected. Like, you can see, I have one selected, but it wasn't doing anything. So, anyway, so it's saying that I should do the research modules thing to get research on these, which means sending a rocket, which we're not going to be able to do immediately because I got to build my little bunker first. And on top of that, the only engine currently available to me, rocketry-wise, is the steam engine, which means I need a source of steam. Which means, I believe today, I'm going to start trying to tap into this guy. So we're going to start there. We're going to come over here. I'm going to, I believe, just go ahead and say, hey, I would like, out of granite because it's what I've got the most of, a ladder down to about there. And then a little bit of diggy diggy. And we'll come over and we'll take a look at this area here. We'll see what this is about. And then I think what I'll end up doing is like building a tile there to block this off and go down this way. It's not going to be the greatest of routes, but hopefully I'll see something better once this black gets pushed back. So let's go ahead and let things go. Our duplicates are sleeping. Oh, another thing I'm running into, I am running out of hydrogen. I've been gaining coal, but running out of hydrogen. So apparently, if I'm going to want to, do this in any sort of reasonable fashion, I'm probably going to have to swap back and forth, whether I'm using coal or hydrogen. They're doing sedimentary rock. Yeah, I've had to put sedimentary rock back in this. I just haven't been producing enough food. I should probably look into that at some point too. See if I can find another better food source. You are delivering granite for that. Okay. Let's see how we doing down here. I saw somebody come down. Oh, they dug that out. This is now reachable. Good. You can do these kitty corner things, and it keeps stuff from escaping. So that's good. I should be right near the edge of the map here. I can't quite see it yet, though. I don't see any of the neutronium, and this is as close right here as I get. And, yeah, no neutronium yet. So, I mean, I suppose it's technically possible I have more to the left, and it just hasn't let me see it yet because I haven't pushed that far, but I doubt it. I think that's where the neutronium is. Speaking of neutronium, there's some down here. That whole stuff. So, we just need to figure out... Now, this diamond... I have access to some of it. I could come and get this. And from what I understand, it is supposed to be really good for temp shift plates. Yeah. I don't know. I can never remember if thermal conductivity is supposed to be high or low. I think it's supposed to be high, because this stuff says... No, it says 0 these days. It used to have a negative number. But yeah, I think high temp, or high thermal conductivity means it's good for temp shift plates. Low means it's bad. Because this is 8. This is 44. Okay, so yeah, that's even better than Wolframite. So we'll have to take a look at that. You've started doing this. Where is everybody? Alright, you're kind of doing some of those things. Because what I would like to do is I would like to get it to the point where I have some of those sage hatches so they can eat fertilizer. Because that would be good. I should probably start thinking about some other crops, too. Now, I need to think about what they need in order to grow. So I'll put a piece of sandstone there. I'm going to put in a single tile. Do I want just a regular... I don't want to feed it water. So let's put in a regular farm tile. See what might be available. How's this coming? We're just about through the Abyssalite. Oh, I noticed something else, too, speaking of Abyssalite. The Abyssalite has already been punched through here. So this biome has been getting very, very hot. Which is not good, because that's over by this guy. But, fortunately, this seems to be staving it off at least a little bit. We might have to do something about that in the future, though. Get some tiles over this way. I mean, I'm slowly working that way, too, but I was kind of prioritizing this direction in order to get my, what's it called? The rocket, ready to go. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. Where are we on things? Oh, we've got a couple more of those eggs, so let's go ahead and... somebody's scalding. 1, 2, 3. We don't need any more of them at the moment. We have a regular hatchling egg. How close are people to dying? I say people and I mean hatches. 97. It'll probably take 3 days. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. I already have 5 in here. Never mind. 84. Yeah, that's far enough in the future that we'll just go ahead and say we don't need that egg either. Alright. Because more eggs we crack open, the quicker we get steel. Alright, so let's see. Fossil to lime. I don't have enough fossil currently. That's why I'm trying to dig down. Oh, good, that's built. Let's get ourselves some ladders. We'll make it out of igneous rock since it's probably close. And we do have to technically deal with the, what's it called? The temperatures anyway. So there's those. That'll do for the moment. We'll dig this out, dig that out. Probably go this direction. Yeah, I might want to put one more ladder in. We'll put one more in. And then I'll just kind of go across here, get all that. Get what I can there. Yes, you're cold. And you're about to be warm. Wow, this area's not great. Gotta be said. Alright. How are we doing on this area? You're waiting delivery of granite. Alright. Well, let's see, what do we got here? This is igneous rock. Who's getting injured? I should probably start taking a look. Light wounds on Bert. Light wounds on Travaldo. That's it. I got a couple of light wounds. Bert and Travaldo. Well, hey, guess what, guys? Bert and Travaldo, go get healed. do it while you got light wounds before they become moderate wounds and it slows you down. How are we doing over here? You're still pooping out plenty of coal. How's our hydrogen doing? We're not in danger of running out for the next several cycles, at least. So that's good. We're going to have to figure out how to tap into this steam vent and actually get steam. Because this is only, I want to say, maybe 18 degrees above the boiling point. So it's not like it's super hot. And that means that I need to make sure it doesn't accidentally like cool off too much in tubes, which probably means I'm going to have to use insulated. Is there some way for me to heat it up in the vents? I don't think there's any in this. Yeah, not in here. Canister filler. Interesting. Oh, I might be able to just do that. Although they might turn into water that way too. I don't know how thermo-resistant those are. Well, that's back into the world. We don't want to back into the world in any way. Never mind. It was a brief thought. Utilities, maybe. Liquid tapidizer. That warms water. But we're looking for... Let's see. Thermoregulator reduces temperature but outputs heat. Maybe. Hydrofan dissipates a small amount of heat. I'm just kind of trying to come up with something. Space heater. Of course, I don't think that gets... Yeah, that doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. Thermoregulator, though. I might be able to do a thing where I put, like, radiant pipe behind some thermoregulators that is cooling other things. That might work. That might work indeed. Yes, I'm having a plan form. I might actually be able to use the hot that's up here that I've been slowly getting to go down. Actually, yeah. I might want to build like a room here, lower this stuff down. Basically just say like below, say here. Well, I am going to need to get to that still, so maybe I'll make like a room, a box of insulated tile. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We'll make a heat box that we will go ahead and keep hot, and we will run the steam through it in order to make sure it stays hot, and conversely we will be running insulated pipes through with some form of other gas in order to cool things off, maybe including this. This is starting to sound like a plan. Okay. So that means we're going to need to basically undo a lot of this. But that does mean I'll have access to some more of these guys. So let's go ahead and say I would like furniture, flower pots. Put a couple of flower pots there and there, because this whole area is still ridiculously warm for the biome it is. Yep. A little bit of morning lag there. There we go. The new computer is not immune to the morning lag. It is just a brief moment of poor optimization as it saves. Alright, we'll do that. Then I can closed loop that, maybe. Yes, I'm getting this. This is becoming a plan. Actually, I might not even... No, we're going to need to do that. Okay. Yes, okay. I have a plan forming. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say... copy the settings there and there. So we'll get a couple more of those as I dig these up. We'll get back to that. Let's see how we're doing down here on this. We have not really pushed back the black any. I guess because that was pushed back from being over here, and we're not down low enough yet. Oh well, we're working on it. Let's see how we're doing down at our fossils. Slow progress. There is some fossil that is there. Okay. How are we on lime? Oh, you're actually ready to run. How are you? You are ready to run. Alright. I don't want to interrupt those when there's actually enough stuff in it for it to do it the other way. We've got some polluted dirt, some rotten meal lice. That's all getting picked up, put back. Oh, right, I was going to... Aha, good. Let's take a look. Alright, what do we need? You need light, and you need your temperature to be below 86 degrees. That shouldn't be too hard to manage, especially if I'm getting some of those wheezeworts. But you are a life cycle of 6 cycles, as opposed to our current 3 cycles. So let's see. Fungal spore. You require carbon dioxide. Alright, that's your difficulty. But you can be much warmer. You have a life cycle of 7.5 cycles, though. Do you require anything else weird? No, just regular farm plot will do. Alright. Sleetweed, I know, requires incredible cold. And it also requires water. What are you... Are you... Oh, you require slime. Oh, okay, that's not going to do any good. Alright. Gas grass? What is this? An alien grass variety that is eaten by space cows. Huh. That's new. Alright, balm lily. That's not going to do any good. Pinch of pepper. That requires really hot, and it comes off the other... You know, it requires the other orientation. And it requires polluted water and phosphorite. It fortunately doesn't seem to care about what type of air it has. I mean, I could just do more mealwood seeds. The main problem is I am going through dirt. But let's see, hang on. Let me do a little math. Well, no, because my math is going to be thrown off since I'm planning on feeding this to the, the hatches. Because it uses 10 kilograms of dirt per cycle. It produces 600 kilograms of meal lice. But then how much does that end up translating into polluted dirt? That I'm not sure. How much do you output? Polluted dirt. That's contents, not production. You're not the right thing. That's not the right thing. Can you tell me how much? Okay, no, that's contents. Information. Produces clean water from polluted water using sand. Produces polluted dirt. You are containing... come on, stop that. Stop that. Come on. Ah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because then it produces dirt from polluted dirt. I'm not sure how good of a cycle this is. I'm not sure, like, if this is fully sustainable or not. How am I actually doing on cultivated soil? 80 tons of dirt. I wonder... Because it would be nice to have some food that was not dependent on a fertilizer. It says the duplicants can deliver liquids, but I don't know if I believe it. That requires slime. I don't have a way of producing more slime since all the puffs died, and I don't have any, I don't have a polluted oxygen vent, so trying to get more at the moment is not great. Water, 20 kilograms per cycle is a lot. And there's the other, you know, issues with that. But you don't use fertilizer. Alright. So maybe we will have to go with blossom seeds. We'll just have to get a source of, you know, endless water. Oh, hey, look, this is producing the carbon dioxide again. I don't know why you're so warm. You shouldn't be that warm, right? I'm not sure. Ooh, hey, look, we can start to see down here a bit better, because we've actually done this. Let's pause up a second. I know I try not to pause, but... What are you, anyway? I wonder. Look at you. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's also that guy there. So I might... Hmm. 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 Okay. I don't like the chlorine, though. If there's a way for me to get down here without too much problems. Actually, hang on. How much is... Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's full up on gas. Alright. So we're gonna need some ladders. We'll do there. And then we'll put in the tile. Right there. Yes, I'm having a plan. So what I'm thinking is that I will run a gas pump to pick up the steam and basically insulated pipe it up here where I will do some heat exchange wizardry, hopefully, to make sure it is properly reheated before it goes into the rocket. And then alternatively, I will have a water pump down here that will run the water by the anti-entropy thermonullifier, which I will probably have to figure out some way to feed hydrogen in order to cool it off before I pump it into the base. Now, I still need to do that thing where I purify this water of germs using the chlorine vent. I'm really hoping... I need to explore the remainder of the map. I gotta see what other resources I have available. That's really what this is boiling down to. I should also have a duplicate submit a bioscan. At a higher priority, please. There you go. Okay, what do we got? Let's rummage through these lockers. See if we can find anything of interest. That's just an office desk. We have another security door there. Oh, okay. I can never remember which one. Protects the wearer from cold. Okay, yeah. Oh, and a cool vest. Okay, you know what? It's Travoldo that is one of the ones that keeps going up there and getting injured by that. Let's put the cool vest on Travoldo. There you go. Alright, you're doing that. Alright, let's give this a little bit of thought. We can see a little bit better now. This chamber that is, like, up over here is causing me some heartache. I mean, on this. Because what I would like to do... Well, I mean, I suppose if a little bit of chlorine gets out, it won't be the end of the world. And we can kind of call these super high priority. And what I will do is then say the dig below them will be a lower priority. And theoretically, they should get those built before that gas gets let out too much, hopefully. Now, I'm going to run into some issues with this, but let's go ahead and get the ladder down there at least, and we'll figure the remainder out once we're down a little bit lower. This will, of course, also reveal the map a little bit. Let's go ahead and also say I would like those areas dug, and to please also submit a bioscan and open that door. This will let us get this way a little bit further. Not that there's too much left that direction, but I do have all this black area here, so of course I don't know how much anything there is there, but we have another cold biome here at the very least. We have an oil reservoir here. I don't know if I pointed that out before. I noticed that. Where are we on this? We're still not really very far on that. Okay. Let's let the cycles keep going. I know I keep pausing, and I don't mean to, but sometimes I need to actually stop and think, and that involves having the duplicants stop too, so that they don't do something weird. Alright. Speaking of, it is time for that to happen. And let's pause so I can inspect the hatches. This is something I do need to pause for. Right, there's those guys. 88. Yeah, we can still afford to let one more hatch go. Bam, there we go. Alright. You guys have not been getting done. I guess I have too much other stuff queued up. I'm going to start to seriously need to think about expanding the number of duplicants I have. But, again, I'm having some food issues. Like, very, very minor ones, mind you. But they do exist. In fact, let's go ahead and re-enable that building. Get some of that handled. You're doing that. You're going up. I kind of want to do this. Let's see. Alright, we're going to start deconstructing a couple of things. Let's deconstruct that. And those will go down here. Yes. We're going to move this guy down eventually, too. Oh, wow, that is just letting heat in. Actually, that might not be a bad idea by itself. I have an idea. What if I were to put... metal? Okay, yes, I'm working on an idea. Alright. Insulated tile, igneous rock. We are going to start saying, yeah, we'll do this line here, I think. So what we'll want to do is fill in the gaps at first, and then we will remove the ladders. Yes. Okay. And we'll do it there. I'll bring a secondary ladder up here. In fact, what we'll do is we will say right here. We're going to bring a ladder up. Not quite that high. Cancel that one. Oh, of course, people are scalding up here. Could you guys, stop dying? Stop getting hurt, guys. Harold, you have minor injuries. Okay. There you go. It's like, yeah, there's that heat problem, too. We're gonna have more people in the med bay tonight. Speaking of, I've, reached the wrapping up point, so I guess I'm gonna have to... Oh, man, look at this. Now we got a mop. Yeah, gonna need to mop. But alright, so as soon as we get to the end of the cycle, we're gonna wrap up the episode. Today was a lot of planning. Alright, I mean, nothing more to be said about it. I was just kind of coming up with a basic idea of what it is I want to do, which is important to kind of stop and plan every once in a while, especially in this game, because this just gets pretty ridiculous at times. But now we have a little bit better idea. I'm going to build, like I said, a heat box here that I will have thermoregulators in to cool the CO2 that is coming out of here, to throw it back through this to cool it again and make a closed loop. Um, I'm probably going to have to. I know. I'm not going to pause. I'll unpause. Where is the utilities? Are you something? Yes, I can make you out of steel. So that is what I will probably do. How much does it take? I was just looking at it. 200? Okay. So I will sacrifice 2 tiles worth for each of those. But we gotta get our heat situation under control, and this will provide us a lot of resources if I can fix it. Which is going to require a bunch of steel to do, because only the steel and the wolframite seem to be, holding up. Now, I think that might be in just the case. Well, no, it's because it's, got the much higher, melt temperatures. So, yeah, we're going to have to build the rest of this out of steel, because I don't want the wolframite, really, because that's just really good at transferring heat. But here we are, end of the cycle. So what I'm going to do in between episodes here is I think I'll get my heat box built. And maybe start cooling this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of cooling involved before I can get in here and fix the system. But getting that cooling started is a start. So I guess I'm going to pause on building the rocket in order to try and fix this heat situation. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.